Hey guys, it's JW and welcome to day number 216 from the reading of the book 365 Days with Self-Discipline on Accounting for Flexibility in Your Plans. Another drawback of daily plans is that they lack flexibility. They deprive the person of the chance to make choices along the way, so the person feels locked into a rigid and grinding sequence of tasks. Life rarely goes exactly according to a plan, and so the daily plans can be demoralizing as soon as you fall off schedule. With a monthly plan, you can make adjustments. If a delay arises one day, your plan is still intact. And that's from Roy Baumeister. I'm a fan of daily routines, writing a specific number of words, sticking to the same number of consumed calories, or learning the same number of words in a foreign language every day. However, at the same time, having experienced on more than a few occasions that life often doesn't go exactly according to plan, and disruptions are bound to happen. I account for some flexibility in my plan. This way, when I mess up one day, it doesn't have to affect my entire progress. For example, whenever I'm tweaking my calorie intake, I try to focus more on what happens during an entire week or month rather than a specific day. This way, if I mess it up one day by eating too little or too much, it doesn't matter because I can make up for it the next day or a week later. Granted, it carries the risk of making regular exceptions and setting a precedent, so it's important to always plan exactly when you're going to adjust a day for a day of variance. Recently, I set myself a goal to write 10 daily entries for this book for 10 days, so that after the end of this sprint, I will have written entries for 100 days, or almost 30% of the book. If I were to only count it as successful if I stuck to writing 10 entries every day without allowing myself any kind of flexibility, I'd have failed on the 8th day, which I spent outdoors. However, knowing that such a disruption would happen, I wrote 14 entries the day before my trip and 6 in the early morning before my departure. Thanks to accounting for flexibility, I avoided the demoralizing effect of dropping the ball. And after 10 days, I also accomplished my goal of writing 100 entries in total. When setting new routines and goals, allow yourself some flexibility too. If you have a daily quota, don't immediately count it as a failure if you don't perform it for one day. Work a little more for the next several days, and instead of falling off the bandwagon, you will achieve your goal. And that is the reading for day number 216 from the book 365 Days with Self-Discipline. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.